grew up in an art family. My mother is an artist. She's here tonight, Joni Braun. And yeah. And I, inherited some of that talent. I mean, I could draw. I could draw your face and it would look like you. I've just been able to do that always. And but I feel like my kind of fine art is really my songs, because as a profession, I'm a graphic designer, and it's creative, but it's like solving a puzzle every day, which I love. But my songs are they're just an expression of things I've felt about or experienced, and to me that's kind of more pure art. So I feel like these songs are just pictures, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. I've been stepping in puddles, clear up to my ankles. I hope I don't drown. And dreaming, I've been dreaming in color until I wake up in this great town. Oh, when you're coming back, when you're coming back, when you're coming back, I ask the moon when you're coming back, when you're coming back, when you're coming back. I hope you come back soon. 'Cause I've been listening to the radio station, and I've been watching my TV. Oh, I've been reading both sides of the story, but it still makes no sense to me. Oh, when you're coming back, when you're coming back, when you're coming back, I ask the moon when you're coming back, when you're coming back, when you're coming back. I hope you come back soon. Come back soon. Come back soon. Well, I went walking where empty streets echo, and there on a poster I saw a picture of you. So proud you were waving all of your colors, beautiful colors, red, white and blue. Oh, when you're coming back, when you're coming back, when you're coming back, I ask the moon when you're coming back, when you're coming back, when you're coming back. I hope you come back, I hope you come back soon. I'll come back soon, come back soon, come back soon. This is a song that a friend of mine, Michael Fracasso, wrote, and he's a great, he makes great images. So tomorrow when it's pouring rain, I want you to think about this song. I feel a drop of water on my skin. Clouds are aching, I can hear them trembling. Oh cold skies are breaking, you know, when the rain comes down. Howling on the pavement, gushing from the gutters, falling on the faces of all those silly lovers who never run for cover. But when the rain comes down, and I see three people underneath one umbrella, and there's a guy with a newspaper on his head and a lady dressed in yellow, and everybody else is waiting for a ride. But when the rain comes down, one by one, 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 one by one. Me, I got a feeling I wanna jump into a puddle, or really make a big splash and get my feet into the mud and sink all the way to China. But when the rain comes down, and down the streets are filled with oil slick rainbows, will jump into an empty car, steam up all the windows. Is it just you and me in the backseat? Yeah. But when the rain comes down, oh yeah, 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 yeah. One by one, 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 one by one. And later on inside, we'll laugh about each other and listen to the pitter-patter underneath the covers, where it doesn't really matter. When the rain comes down, oh yeah, 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 yeah. One by one, 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 one by, yeah. One by one, 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 one by one. I feel a drop of water on my skin. Thank you. So this is a song about one of my favorite small towns. Well, they write about you in glossy magazines, about your restaurants and your shoreline and your festival queens. Thousands come and they fall in love with you, but they don't know you like I do. They don't know how small you really are. And everybody knows everybody here, and not just at the bar. And they don't know how quiet you can stay. When summer ends and they all go away, winter comes early, cold and gray. How can life be easy here, working for half the pay? They don't know how easy life can be. For now, let's keep that between you and me. 'Cause I know it's just a matter of time. I can't keep you quiet and small. I know you're gonna grow until one day I might not know you at all. But today the sky is gray and the snow is deep, and I'm up here on this hill, I'm looking at you through the trees. And today my heart is big, full of gratitude. No, they don't know you like I do. Oh, someday, I hope they do. I hope they know you like I do. Thank you. I kind of feel like I should turn this so I can look at both people. Is that good? We got two rooms here. This is nice. This is like a house concert. Actually, we've had a couple house concerts in our house in Traverse City, and we have a similar situation where we had the dining room, the living room, and it was kind of really similar. This song is called "The Bravest Person," and I sing this in memory of my mother-in-law, Dee Thomas. Well, I'm riding my bike around this lake. Doctors, hold up your x-rays. There's another hill for you to climb. There's another prayer for a little more time. It's a long, long ride around this lake. My bicycle tires are tired, legs are beginning to ache. I might break down, but I won't give up on you. You keep pushing through. I'm pushing for you. Yeah, I'm riding my bike. I'm thinking about you, how you wanna get up, but your legs won't move. You remember teaching your kids to dance. Everybody in the living room, turn on American Bandstand. Yeah, hey, it's a long, long ride around this lake. Oh, my bicycle tires are tired, legs are beginning to ache. I might break down, but I won't give up on you. Pushing through, I'm pushing for you. I'm pushing for you. I'm pushing for you. Oh, the road is long, the hills are tough, but I'll never quit, 'cause you never gave up through all the pain. Never let it show. Oh, you are the bravest person that I will ever know. It's a long, long ride around this lake. Oh, my bicycle tires are tired, legs are beginning to ache. I won't break down, but I won't give up on you. Pushing through, I'm pushing for you. I'm pushing for you. I'm pushing for you. actually. Well, I'll sing this one first. I was thinking about Dee, and she we have 2 boys, and she loved those boys, and was a great grandma. Now I'm gonna cry. There was a little boy just learning to ride a bike. There was a little boy that I'd sing to sleep at night. There was a little boy who loved to play basketball. When did that little boy get to be so tall? But I see a young man stretching his wings. I see a strong man taking flight upon his dreams. And I see this empty room, memories left behind. Oh, how they fly, just a blink of an eye, just a little slice, just a flash of light, and I'm waving goodbye. I wish you well, I wish you peace, I wish you stars, I wish you ocean, I wish you mountain tops, I wish you joy, I wish you wings to fly. Oh, oh. There was a little boy just learning to tie his shoes. There was a little boy and he looked a lot like you. There was a little boy, he was here just the other day. When did that little boy grow up and fly away? Oh, fly, just a blink of an eye, just a little slice, just a flash of light, and I'm waving goodbye. I wish you well, I wish you peace, I wish you stars, I wish you ocean, I wish you mountain tops, I wish you joy, I wish you wings to fly. Oh, ooh, oh. There was a little boy just learning to ride a bike. So yeah, my 2 little boys are now grown men, and so we are empty nesters, which is great. But we also are middle-aged, and it's actually not too bad. So all of you youngsters who are dreading growing older, I'm here to say it's all right. Middle is a muddle, it's a big mud puddle that you can't get around. You gotta go through it, it doesn't look pretty, it looks pretty muddy. I can't see anything closer than my arm's length. But sometimes, well, that's a good thing. muddle, but I'm in it with you. I'm jumping right in. Without my shoes, it's gonna be messy. That's how it goes. There's trouble from your head right down to my toe. Oh, that's how it goes, yeah. It's a big mud puddle where you swim or sink, depending how you think about getting older, how you hold your shoulders. Don't believe everything you see in those magazines. Mud can be a good thing. So here's to the middle, here's to the muddle, here's to swimming in a big mud puddle. Here's to the future, here's to the past, here's to knowing who we are at last. Here's to the elders, here's to the teachers, here's to the babies and the four-legged creatures. Here's to living, here's to loving, here's to believing, here's to breathing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The hardest part about being performing to me is the set list. I like, what songs in what order, and I realized I didn't even have that song on there, and it's like, okay, what's next?
Maybe you couldn't see the list.
Well, it's a little blurry. You're right. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe it's middle age. Yeah. So, well, let's see what else. Okay, this is the same capo. So, so middle age, and we just celebrated our 34th wedding anniversary. So, cheers to Matt right there. No. And, sometimes friends who haven't been so lucky in love might ask me, like, how do you stay married so long? How do you stay so in love? And I just say, well, when was the last time you painted the kitchen? And they go, what? It was a dark day, feeling blue, sat down in the kitchen, said what we gonna do? We were tired of complaining, tired of bitching, tired of that old wallpaper kitchen, looking for answers. We saw the light, we're gonna paint this kitchen tonight. Paint the kitchen, paint the kitchen. Now let's paint the kitchen. How about yellow and white? Yellow and white, happy and bright, but not one single dark cloud inside. Happy and warm, with good things to eat, where you feel in love and you feel complete. We tore down the walls, painted them new. I said, now I'd like to dance with you. Stars in the sky, the dish and the spoon we twirled around. You held me tight, I said, let's paint the kitchen every night. Paint the kitchen, paint the kitchen. You can paint the kitchen any color you like. Come on, let's paint the kitchen. color you like, any color you like, any color you like. Oh yeah. Now you know the secret. Well, my parents were not so lucky as far as staying in love, but or maybe they're just more normal. That's probably better, huh? And so back, in the 60s and 70s, I mean, divorce was still kind of a taboo thing, especially if you're Catholic. And they stuck it out a long time. I give them credit for that. But still, even, I was actually an adult when they said they were going to get divorced, and I'm like, what? I thought we were a happy family. And then I realized that even back when I was a kid, there was a lot of trouble brewing. And then I thought, wow, was I just so busy being a kid that I didn't realize, And, but maybe I just didn't want to realize. Well, they call me Jenny Penny. I'm 9.5 years old. I live in a great big old house on Watkins Lake Road, where there are lots of rooms for lots of kids, cats, kittens, and a guinea pig. And next door, that's where my cousins live. And outside, sleeping under a tree, is a dog named Joe on Watkins Lake Road. I smell bacon sizzling as I shuffle down the stairs. Pancakes are flipping in the kitchen. Tracy's still in her underwear, and the baby's in the bassinet. Dad puts a kiss upon our heads, and Lindy cries, "Don't go yet," as he puts on his hat and coat, and off to work he goes on Watkins Lake Road. Watkins Lake Road, on Watkins Lake Road, I never wanted to know. My cousins are calling to come out and play. The baseball games are serious as going to church on Sunday. Hey, I can run and hit just as far as Dan and Chad and Peter, I know I can. But Johnny Wheeler clears the apple trees, and if he says he's gonna marry me again, I might explode. Watkins Lake Road. Aw, Johnny Wheeler, he's got a big mouth and my face is red. So I run inside and tell my mom what Johnny Wheeler said. She brings me a piece of cinnamon cake, paper, pencils, scissors, and paint. So I draw and paint and cut lots of shapes, and I smile at my mom 'cause I know the secret code on Watkins Lake Road. Watkins Lake Road, on Watkins Lake Road, I never wanted to know. Well, many years have passed. Now there's a baby on my knee. My mom was in the neighborhood, stopped by for a cup of tea. I said, Mom, there's something I've wanted to ask. Tell me, when did it get so bad? What happened and Dad, I thought we were a happy family. Oh, well, at least it never showed on Watkins Lake Road. On Watkins Lake Road, on Watkins Lake Road, she prayed to Jesus every night. On Watkins Lake Road, on Watkins Lake Road, she never wanted us to know that her life was anything but beautiful. On Watkins Lake Road. That one always makes my heart pound. Well, I love movies as an art form also. I mean, you've got, your visual arts, and we've got your, what's this called? Performing art? I don't know. Singing art. And, movies are, they're such an art form. And I love how they take us to all different places, and they show us how different people really are, but then they also show us how the same we really are. And so, I don't know, that's where this song came from. Smile for the camera, everybody, and try to look your best. We all want a picture to remember or to forget. We make our own illusions, we make our own conclusions, and everybody, we're all in the movie, all in the movie, all in the movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's have another whiskey with your last cigarette, and make another promise as the credits roll on another sunset. We make our own illusions, we make our own conclusions, and everybody, we're all in the movie, all in the movie, all in the movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's another scene, there's another stage, and there's another show, there's another way. There's another chance, there's another part, there's another ending, yeah, but there's another start, and everybody, we're all in the movie, all in the movie, all in the movie. Everybody, we're all in the movie, all in the movie, all in the movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. not a professional, so I have to drink water in between every song. That's a different song. Let's see. Every Sunday we put on our Sunday clothes, and every Sunday I wore what my mother chose. A home-sewn dress, second-hand shoes. We walk single file down the aisle to our usual pew. And every Sunday I would kneel and pray. Oh, if I could be just like Betsy Brown someday. Betsy Brown had naturally curly hair. She could twirl a baton and catch it in the air. She went on to college, married a handsome man. They traveled a lot, but I'd see her now and then. Driving by, waving with the top down. Oh man, I wish that I was Betsy Brown. And she lived up to her title, most likely to succeed. Served on committee, gave money to charity. She was warm and charming, always very well dressed. The more I thought about her, the more I felt a little less. I used to dream that I was Betsy Brown, and not just a nobody from the other side of town. It was late in November when I took a drive down the old county road to the waterside. And what it came upon puts a lump in my throat. She was walking into the lake in her long black coat. Deeper, deeper, sinking down into the cold. I reached for Betsy Brown. Well, yes, her grass was greener, but her sky was never blue. And when she said, I always wanted to be like you, the tears fell down harder than the rain. And I knew I'd never be the same. And now every day I look around and I pray that the sun will shine down on Betsy Brown. So, how long have I been singing?
Since you're a little girl.
That was a trick question. So I think I'll do just a few more, if that's all right. and really fun. I just love this space, and it's what a great audience. People are listening to my songs. Awesome. And okay, well, yeah, I can do a couple more. I'm feeling the love in this room, so I'm gonna sing a love song. My neighbor Joe, he just turned 10. He's trying to learn the violin. I can hear him practicing. He asked if we would like to go to the school to see the show, to hear him play for everyone on the bleachers. His parents were beaming, and I never heard a single word about one string screeching. It was a love song. And we heard this band in Mexico. They played songs from around the globe, and even one that we all know. They were brown, black, red, white, and tan, each one from a different land. Different words, I wondered how they formed a band. But when they played so sweetly, there was no doubt that they understood completely. It was a love song. And even when it all seems hopeless, even on my darkest day, I believe that somewhere out there, somewhere there's a love song. Somewhere there's a love song playing. 'Cause I remember Julie, best waitress in town. She was always humming a song as she set your order down. And I remember Jean, she lived on the street. She only came inside when she couldn't find enough to eat. But Julie never turned her out. No, she just kept on humming and made sure that Jean ate something. It was a love song. Thank you. Oh, good morning, Traverse City. Oh, I have a request. So I'll sing you one more. This is a little song. So Matt and I, we live right downtown Traverse City. And although I love living in town, I love the town life, but being out here with all this wide open space, that's also awesome. But for now, I'm a townie. And this is just a little song I wrote one morning. Traverse City. Oh, baby, you sure look pretty. How did I get so lucky to be surrounded by your beauty? Good morning, neighborhood. You sure smell good. Fresh washed by the rain. Springtime brings you to life again. Good morning, birds and squirrels, living in your own little world. I wonder what it'd be like to fly, run on the branches way up high. Good morning, downtown streets, where all the people meet. Coffee shops, they wake up early. City sweepers, paper deliveries, and good morning fish in the river. I hope you're a real good swimmer. If you're not and you get caught, I thank the heavens for my dinner. And good morning, golden sun, shining on Lake Michigan. Good morning, beautiful babe. You always have so much to say. Oh, so much to say. Thank you very much. And thanks, Sean, for doing the sound.
I have some songs which I call dinosaur songs, and like to share some of these with you. What I do have is one that was written after a student at the University of Texas was on a geology field trip to the Big Bend National Park. It was Doug Lawson actually found the remains of the largest pterosaur that have ever been found. That's that flying creature with leather-like wings. This particular pterosaur, they estimated his wingspan to be between 36 and 53 feet, which is really huge. Joanna and I actually saw the skeleton of one of them at the University of Texas Memorial Museum. They had 40 feet. It had a 40-foot wingspan, but the song has a pterosaur with a 47-foot wingspan because that rhymes with some of the other words. We're not sure. Of Vulvasaurians that made the Mesozoic scene, like Stegosaurus stupid or Tyrannosaurus mean, or Brontosaurus greedy and the #1 in size, my favorite is the pterosaur, a friendly Texas guy. Some 60 million years ago, above that bleak terrain, this monstrous creature glided like some strange unearthly plane. He had a tricky takeoff when departing on a trip, for his wingspan measured 47 feet from tip to tip. Out in front he had a beak in size beyond belief. No feathers had this proto-bird above or underneath. His wings were merely skinny flaps, much like a leather sail. His landing gear was primitive, the creature had no tail. His head was ornamented with a pointed bony crest. His skinny scrawny neck was barely functional at best. In fact, his whole construction was dynamically wrong, but this he didn't notice as he pterosaured along. Old Eagle is a mighty bird, he is our symbol bold. The condor wheels majestically above the mountain's fold. The albatross can cruise 1,000 miles across the sea. but the pterosaur of Texas is the only bird for me. Something like that. Thank you. There was a, back at the time of the turn of the century before this one, late 1800s, early 1900s, someone measured the brain capacity of the Stegosaurus. You're familiar with that particular dinosaur with the points, the plates on its back? They found that the brain case of the Stegosaurus was about the size of a kitten's brain, and they estimated 2.5 ounces. But down the spinal column, there was a ganglion at his shoulders, an enlargement, and a great enlargement at his hips. And this was estimated to be about 50 ounces, very large. And this started the rumor that the Stegosaurus and dinosaurs were not very smart, and they had 2 brains, and that we really don't know, of course, but that rumor got going, and someone actually, a columnist with the Chicago Tribune, Burt Weston Taylor, wrote a kind of a classic of dinosaur music, or I put the words to, or I put the music to it. It's Foolish Frog and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star combined to make this. It seemed to fit his words pretty well, and so he wrote this song. Behold the mighty dinosaur, famous in prehistoric lore, not only for his power and strength, but for his intellectual length. You will observe from these remains, creature had 2 sets of brains, one in its head, the usual place, the other at his spinal base. Thus he could reason a priori, as well as a posteriori. No problem bothered him a bit, he made both heads and tails of it. So wise was he, so wise and solemn, each thought fell just a spinal column. If one brain found the pressure strong, passed a few ideas along, something slipped his forward mind, was rescued by the one behind. And if in error he was caught, he had a saving afterthought. As he thought twice before he spoke, had no judgments to revoke. Thus he could think without congestion upon both sides of every question. Oh, gaze upon this model beast, defunct 10 million years at least. Let me think. That first song was by Bob Bates, who was a geology professor at Ohio State. He sent me another song too, so we'll try that. Study of history. Let's see. Some 500 million years ago, in shimmering seafloor light, rubbing a torp. Want to try that one again? Some 500 million years ago, in shimmering seafloor light, swimming importantly to and fro, there dwelt the trilobite. The trilobite could friendly be, or playful as a kitten, but he could leave an enemy severely trilobitten.
the phylogeny crowd from what had come before. Arose in power absolute, the powerful dinosaur. This creature had a low IQ and very little forehead. Clearly it was unhealthy to displease a dino's forehead. The trilobite was briefly king, this fact cannot be blinked. The dinosaur too had his fling, yet both became extinct. Our planet's dominating tribe today we know full well. Far be it from your humble scribe to point a parallel.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right.
Tall and tan and young and lovely, a girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes each one, she passes goes When she walks, she's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gentle that when she passes each one, she passes goes Oh, but I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day, as I walk by the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me.
All right, here we go. Play that a little lower.
Old Grandpa was a carpenter, built houses, stars, and banks. Chain smoke, camel cigarettes, and hammer nails and planks. It was level, level, along the level, shaved even every door. Voted for Eisenhower, 'cause Lincoln won the war. Lee used to sing me blood on a saddle and rock me on his knee. Let me listen to the radio before we got TV. Well, he'd drive to church on Sunday, and he'd take me with him too. Stained glass in every window, hearing aids in every pew. Old Grandpa was a carpenter, built houses, stars, and banks. Chain smoke, camel cigarettes, hammer nails and planks. It was level on the level, shaved even every door. voted for rising high, 'cause Lincoln won the war. Old grandma was a teacher, went to school in Bowling Green, traded in a milking cow for a singer's sewing machine. She'd call her husband Mister, and she walked real tall in pride. She used to buy me comic books after Grandpa died. Grandpa was a carpenter, built houses, stars, and banks. Chain smoke, camo, cigarettes, and hammer nails in planks. He was level on the low, shaved even every door. Voted for rising high, 'cause Lincoln won the war. All right. And now that I'm a little warmed up, I'm going to try one of my own songs for you guys. That was John Prine, yeah. It's one of my heroes. Most of my heroes come from the town I grew up in, or the town literally next to the town I grew up in, because I grew up in Hemingway's, just a couple in the same town as Hemingway, and John Prine. So those are my two. All right. I gotta remember something real quick, sorry. Oh, my love, well, I get lost sometimes just thinking about you and the way you move beneath the stars and the moon shining down on us, and to see each other in this dark and lonely world. Well, I get lost just thinking about you. Oh, my love, well, I get lost sometimes just thinking about you and the way you move. Sorry, guys. Need more practice. All right, that's what I got.
It's an awesome too late for the learning. Made of sand, made of sand. In that me? That mosquito is just waiting to bite me. Is it on my back? I know they just love me. Did you get it? Great. That was a Tom Paxton song. I'm not talented and I can't write my own songs, but I really like old folk, traditional, soft rock, whatever. And the John Prine, he's one of my favorites too. This is Eric Anderson. I just worked on it in the last few months. It's just really appeals to me. It's called Faithful. Excuse me, except I do need a capo for this one. You said loving you and leaving you was the hardest thing to do. Give my foot another chance to try another shoe. But every time I see someone, I'm always seeing you. Though I have not always been faithful, I always have been true. I'm sometimes seen at parties just sitting by the phone, wondering if I called you, would you be alone? When I see the looks of lovers, my heart sinks like a stone, wishing I could be there with them instead of being home alone. You said loving you and leaving you was the hardest thing to do. To give my foot another chance to try another shoe. But every time I see someone, I'm always seeing you. Though I have not always been faithful, I always have been true. Have you ever walked the empty streets until the break of dawn, and maybe hear that lonesome sparrow sing his lonesome song? Did it make you feel any better, like a stranger, less alone? Though we didn't know, you both had been 1,000 miles from home. You said loving you and leaving you was the hardest thing to do. To give my foot another chance to try another shoe. But every time I see someone, I'm always seeing you. Though I have not always been faithful, I always have been true. You said loving you and leaving you was the hardest thing to do. To give my foot another chance to try another shoe. But every time I see someone, I'm always seeing you. Though I have not always been faithful, I always have been true. Thank you. Well, I've debated on which one to do, but I'm going to do Orphan Girl. I did that 2 months ago on this voice box series. It's by Gillian Welch.